Hello, good evening, everyone. Well, it depends upon in which area of world you are right now. So, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everyone. Welcome to this webinar on artificial intelligence, which will help you to learn essential skills and tools which are required to build AI applications. I'm your mentor, presenter for this session, Dr. Nilay Karde, working as academic head at Digital Regenesys. So without further ado, let me quickly take you through the agenda of today's session. So we are going to start with introduction to AI. Rather than starting with a boring technical definition of AI, I will take you through an interesting example. Followed by that, we will discuss few real-world use cases that will help you to understand how AI is transforming businesses. Then we will see the trends, growth, and job market as far as AI is concerned. I will also give you, a difference between what is AI, machine learning, and deep learning, because you might have seen all people are using all these terms interchangeably. Again, few more use cases related to healthcare, retail sector, finance, and then AI project workflow, how being a machine learning engineer or AI engineer, you are going to build your project from the scratch. And last but not the least, I will take you through the course structure which is offered by Digital Regenesys. So it's a comprehensive course developed by us that will help you to land your dream AI job. So without further ado, let's start with the presentation. Let me briefly introduce myself. I'm Dr. Nilay Karde, having 16 plus years of experience in the field of software engineering as well as academia. I have done PhD in artificial intelligence and data science, AI, web development, mobile app development. These are my areas of specialization. I can see that almost 146 participants have joined this session. Welcome, everyone. May I know from which city you are, what you are doing, what is your area of interest? Please put it in the chat box. Oh, now we have just crossed 150. Interesting. Thank you, everyone, for your presence. And during the session, in case if you have any queries, then feel free to ask the question in the chat box. I will try to address all of your queries in the last. In case if you need few more in case if you need more detailed information, you can also connect with us with our executives. Just drop your contact details, mobile phone number, and email ID will do. I quickly check if there are any messages in the chat box. Okay, you can see lots of messages are there. Hello, Carol, Kabula, Christian, Oyelade. Good morning, good morning. So we have people from Uganda, Kenya, South Africa, Tanzania. Oh, great to know that people have joined from the various corners of the world. Hello, Norman, Alex, Ben. Welcome, everyone. All right, so I will go through the rest of the messages once I complete the first section of the presentation. All right. Now I have got a question for you. What is this symbol on my screen? I know you might be thinking, what kind of ridiculous question is this? It's a digit 2, right? We all have been drawing it since our childhood. But my question is that how do you recognize it? Well, it's quite simple. Maybe during your kindergarten days, you might have drawn it several times, and there you learn the pattern that whenever there is a curve shape like this, followed by a horizontal line, then it's a digit 2. Once you learn this pattern of the digit, right, doesn't matter if 2 is presented to you with with any different style or different size, you can still recognize it, right? So that is what is learning is all about. We, with the help of our brain, we can learn things, remember them for longer period of time, and we can easily recognize things once we have learned about them, right? Now scientists thought of, what if we could develop similar intelligence capabilities within machines? When I'm talking about machines, I'm talking about the computer machines, right? So they thought of feeding the data to a computer machine, okay, and then that computer machine will understand, it will recognize the hidden pattern present within the data, and whenever a new data is presented to the computer machine from its previous learning experience, it is in a position to make predictions about the new data, right? So that is nothing but an artificial intelligence model. Now when we talk about AI model, in a nutshell, it is nothing but a mathematical model. Yes, you heard it right. It is nothing but a mathematical model which you represent it in the form of a program. So don't worry, in case maybe you are not a big fan of mathematics, or maybe you haven't written a code, not even a single line of code in your life. Don't worry. I'm going to simplify all these concepts in this session, and will give and I would like to give you that confidence that you can easily learn artificial intelligence. Now, I would like to talk about artificial intelligence, machine learning, and deep learning, how these three things are related to each other. Because what I have seen, people are using all these terms interchangeably. So let's focus on AI. So what is AI? AI, as I have just mentioned, it is a mathematical model programmed using, using a programming language, and you can automate things. We have been doing a lot of manual, boring, repetitive tasks. So you can automate them using AI. It is estimated that in near future, majority of the uh, workflow will be automated by AI, right? Then within AI, we have got a subset which is called as machine learning. So these machine learning models are nothing but AI models, which are nothing but algorithms, a step-by-step computation, which you can apply on the data and using which you can make predictions. So in a while, I'm going to take you through few examples of machine learning based AI models. Last but not the least is deep learning. So this deep learning AI models, they are, you know, they are inspired from the structure and functioning of the human brain. they are based on something called as artificial neural network. So all the cool AI stuff that you see around you today, let's say autonomous vehicle, right? Uh, then large language models such as ChatGPT, face recognition application in your mobile phone. All these are examples of uh, deep learning based AI models. I hope I was able to give you the clarity on this part as far as these three things are concerned. Now let's see how AI is helping industries, various enterprises to to achieve higher revenues. So let's take the example of Amazon's recommendation system, which they use um, in their e-commerce website. So what you do is you will, let's say you want to buy a mobile phone, okay? So you will search for a particular mobile phone, and then when you go to that particular product page, just below it, what you see is a list of recommended products, such as this small SD card, maybe selfie stick, maybe earphones, etc. You can see that all these products, they are related to mobile phone, right? And many of us might have come across a situation that my main aim was to buy a mobile phone or maybe this particular product. But since a relevant product was also recommended in this list, so we end up buying one or more products from this recommendation list. Last year, the total sales of Amazon e-commerce was about 638 billions of dollars. It is estimated that about 30%, about 30% of that sale is coming from these types of recommendation system. So can you imagine how powerful is AI? How AI is helping Amazon to, to boost their revenues. Next example is related to Uber, which is our taxi booking application. So what you do, uh, you open Uber app, you feed your existing location, and then you also provide the location of the destination. And then you try to book an app, right? So the moment you click on book cab for you, then what you will see that that cab is available to your doorstep in a matter of few minutes. How it is possible? Well, it is because with the help of AI, Uber have developed demand forecasting system. What they do is that they predict in advance that which which block of the city will have higher demand, and accordingly they send notifications to their drivers. So as a result of which, you will see that there will be always cabs will be available in the high demand area. And as a result of this, both the cab drivers as well as the riders are quite happy, and that results in a huge amount of increase in the revenue of Uber. So the point I want to make here is that you will see that AI is not just limited to e-commerce or cab booking services, but it is applicable everywhere, be it social media, agriculture, healthcare, finance, manufacturing, automobile. You will see that it is everywhere. So this is the right time to learn AI and switch your career into AI domain, because companies are looking for expert people, who people who are expert in who have expertise in AI, and they are paying quite handsome salary to this AI specialist. Well, I would like to back my to I want to present you few statistics to back my comment. So as you can see here, according to some studies, if you look at this graph, see here, over here, in the matter of next 3-4 years, it is expected that AI market will reach a mark of $1 trillion. And by the end of this decade, it is expected to reach a mark of $2 trillion. According to Glassdoor, this is the average AI engineer salary in USA. That is more than 100,000 US dollars. So, though these numbers are with respect to USA, but you will see similar picture all over the globe due to high demand of AI specialists. All right, now that you have got enough idea about what is AI, what is AI, how is the AI market is doing, how what are the different salaries which are available under AI domain. Now let's focus on uh, a real world use case of AI, where I will show you how AI projects are executed from the scratch, and I will also take you through few tools which are used in these AI projects. So for this, I'm going to take example of Spinny. So Spinny is a platform where you can buy or sell used cars. And in recent year, they have recorded revenue of 440 millions US dollars. So, dear participants, the reason I'm mentioning all these revenue numbers or sales figures, it is because I just want to highlight how AI has transformed their businesses, how they are now able to streamline their operations, and by that they are able to generate a good amount of money. So what typically happens in this platform is that you have to enter your car registration number. Followed by that, you have to enter few more details related to your car, such as brand of your car, manufacturing year, model of the car, and then what type of fuel is being used in your vehicle, because sometimes it also affects the price of the car, right? And finally, for how many kilometers your car has been driven. After this, you will see that this app predicts the price of your car. Earlier, when such AI-based system was not there, you have to take your car to the dealer, they will inspect it, and then finally some negotiations will happen, and maybe at the end of the day, you if you are lucky, you will be able to sell your car. But now you can see that with the help of AI and technology, you can sell your car with just few clicks. So how Spinny platform is able to make prediction about this car price using AI? That is what I'm going to explain you in a while. So what they have is a data of past sales. So you can see that they have data like the car name, manufacturing year, uh, original price, selling price, kilometer driven, fuel type, transmission type, etc. Now, what you do is that you take that data through all these phases of AI projects. Now, typically, if you look at these first three steps, these are mostly uh, handled by data scientist or data analyst. And then the rest of the three phases are handled by machine learning or AI engineers. Though there is a clear-cut segregation of the work, but let me tell you that whatever tools are being used by data, for data cleaning and data analysis, uh, if not all, some of them are also useful in your AI workflow as well. I will talk about them in a while. And uh, having the basic idea about data cleaning and data analysis is very much helpful for these machine learning AI engineers, because if you process the data in a proper manner, then your AI model will have higher accuracy in prediction, right? So better is the quality of data, better is the performance of your AI models. So let's see how it works. So the step number one is to collect the data. May I know, in your organization, where do you store your data? I'm sure you must be using either of these three mediums. So maybe you are storing data in spreadsheet software such as Excel or Google Sheets. In case if you have got a software, then that software, with that software, you also have a database, right? So in database, you store the data in the form of table. Or maybe if you are working on a very big amount of data, then you can store that data on the cloud. So these are the various three mediums where you can store the data. So the first step in your AI project development is to collect the data from its source. Next is that you are going to do some data analysis using some graphical methods. And also there are a few non-graphical methods. This helps you to understand the distribution of the data and also relationship between the various variables, or I would say columns present in your data tables. Again, though this requires mathematical understanding, statistical concepts understanding, don't worry, as you can see that, for example, let's take the example of correlation analysis. So though the formula may look quite scary to you, but you can see that with the help of just a single line of Python code, you can calculate correlation values for all the columns in your data set. So that's the power of programming, right? I don't think that it is quite difficult to write just df.code to you, right? We'll come to the programming aspect in a while. And maybe this table is quite confusing to you. You are not able to understand it properly. So you can visualize this type of data using heat map. Again, you can see that just with a single line of code, I'm able to draw this type of heat map chart. So through these visualizations, you can understand what is happening within your data, which consists of maybe thousands or maybe millions of rows of data, right? So that's the power of data analysis. In addition to data analysis, you also have to clean the data. The real world data may contain some discrepancies. So, such as there might be presence of duplicate values, outlier values, null values, etc. So you have to get rid of all these errors using proper scientific methods. Now that your data has been properly cleaned and analyzed, the next step is to feed this data to AI model. Now, while ago, I mentioned that all these AI models are nothing but mathematical models and they understand the pattern, hidden pattern present in the data. So how it is possible? Well, let me show you how AI model understand the pattern. Here, if you look at this table, we have got a last column which is called price of the car. We will term it as dependent variable. Why? Because this value of price depends upon all other factors such as kilometers driven, year of manufacturing, and so on. So we have got one single dependent variable, which we are going to develop a AI model to predict the value of a dependent variable, and rest of the variables or columns, they are called as independent variables. Now, what we will do, we will feed this data to this AI model. Okay. And it will come up with a mathematical equation. Like, for example, here, what it will do is sorry, it will calculate, it will multiply this value of kilometer driven with value V1. It will multiply year of manufacturing with value V2 and so on. Once when these products are calculated, it will perform the addition of all these products. And that sum will result in the final price of the, sorry, in the final price of the car. So now your AI model have understood the relationship between dependent variable, which is price, and rest of the independent variable in terms of this equation. What is that equation? Kilometers driven multiplied by V1 plus year of manufacturing into value V2 plus so on. And finally, we get the price. I hope you are able to understand this concept. Now, I have just presented a hypothetical example. The real world AI models might be a little bit complex. They may not use such simple formula, but don't worry about that because you don't have to do any computations being a machine learning engineer. You don't have to do any mathematical derivation. Just write few lines of programming code and all these calculations will happen in the background automatically through AI models. Now that AI model have learned the relationship between kilometers driven and price, year of manufacturing and price of the car, next thing what you do is that, as I have just shown you earlier uh, with that spinny application, is that you feed the data of a new car, okay, and to this AI model. And this AI model from its previous learning experience will make prediction about the price of the car. So I hope now you have got the understanding of AI models. As discussed in earlier example of Amazon e-commerce recommendation system, they have developed an AI model which was trained, which was presented with several purchasing patterns. And based on that, it learns about it learns about the uh, behavior pattern of the of the customers, and based on that it makes it prepares a recommendations list for the learners, for the customers. Last but not the least, we have properly analyzed the data, right? Then we have also developed AI model using the data. Last step is to integrate your AI ML model with a web application, or a mobile application. So you can see that here I have developed a website, okay, into which a user can enter all these details, right, about the cars. And once all these details are entered, user will click on this button, predict price. So what will happen in that case? All this data which is fed by the user is provided as input to the AI model which you have trained. And this AI model will make prediction about the car price, which will be shown over here. This is what exactly we have seen a moment ago on the Spinit platform, right? Let's say a few more use cases related to healthcare, retail, finance, and sales. So I'm sure you might have got the understanding that how these AI models are developed, right? So let's see a few use cases. For example, here, if you have the data of a patient, such as his or her age, glucose level, and few more vitals, then you can predict if if that patient is suffering from diabetes or not. All the examples I have covered so far, they involve structured data, which means a tabular data that is arranged in the form of rows and columns. But there is another class of data which is called as unstructured data, which cannot be arranged in the form of tables and columns. The examples include images, video, text, audio, etc. So here is an example of how AI can be applied on one such unstructured data, that is image, uh, I would say scanned images. So this is a scan of a human brain, which is, we can develop, people have developed an AI model to predict if there is, if there is a tumor or not in this particular scan image. So in this way, we can automate, or we can, we can improve the speed of the prediction about the disease through such AI models. Here is example of AI in retail. You can see that we have got details like day, date, right? Then what type of weather is there, temperature, if it is holiday or not, right? And few more details such as social media marketing spend, right? Previous day footfall, etc. So if we feed this data to an AI model, then it can predict the next day footfall for your superstore or maybe a shopping mall. Now, what is the advantage of this system? Well, the advantage is that if you already know, maybe a day before or maybe a few days before, that how much footfall you are expecting, then accordingly you can manage your resources. Here, I'm talking about resources, which means it could be products, it could be human resources, right? So that you can maximize your sales. AI in finance. So if we take example of banking system, they you know they I mean they process lots of loan applications. But what if someone defaults the loan? In that case, the bank will incur losses. To avoid this, what they can do is they can feed the data to AI models, such as they have got data of their past customers, such as gender, age, income, credit score, loan amount, employment status, marital status. And you can see that if that loan was approved or not, right? So if we feed this data to AI model, then it will build an automated loan approval system where you have to just feed the data and AI model will take care of approval of that loan case. All right, so that was all about the AI in a nutshell. We have seen what is AI, how it works, right? Its various industry use cases. We have seen how AI projects, we have seen end-to-end development of AI projects. Now is the time that I want to highlight about our AI course uh, under the umbrella of Digital Regenesys. So doesn't matter if you have a very limited knowledge of mathematics or you don't have any prior experience of programming. We have designed this curriculum in a such a way that irrespective of all those problems, you can still become an AI expert in a matter of 6 months. As you can see here on my screen, we have got 3 levels of our program: introductory, intermediate, advanced, and there is a bonus. We have also few modules which are provided to you in self-paced recording videos. So let's have a look at details of each and every module so that you have the better understanding of this uh, course. So I'm going to start with introductory track. So we are going to start with Python programming. If you see uh, 90, I would say more than 95% of AI engineer job descriptions, you will see that Python is a must-have skill for those job profiles. So here we will teach you programming concepts using Python from the scratch, such as basic programming constructs, how to store and manage data, and perform basic calculations or computations. Once that is done, you will start learning about applied Python for AI. This include topics like modular programming, object-oriented programming. So these are the concepts which are used when you have to develop a large-scale application. In addition to that, we are also going to teach you about various data manipulation, data visualization tools used in AI projects such as NumPy, Pandas, and Seaborn. Next, next is predictive modeling with regression. In this case, as you can see, uh, we will see how you can pre-process the data to maximize the accuracy of your AI model and also handle data quality issues present within your data. After that, we are going to introduce you to a library called sklearn, scikit-learn. So this is a very popular tool which is used in AI community to develop machine learning models. We will see how to build these models on the clean version of the data, and then finally also evaluate the performance of these machine learning models. So when it comes to AI ML, that is machine learning based AI models, they are used for various problem statements such as recreation, classification, and clustering. So we are going to cover all these types of models along with their evaluation criteria. And last but not the least, you will also learn about a tool called Streamlit. So using this Python-based library, you can build such type of web applications and integrate your AI model with it so that you have a workable AI prototype. So that was all about data handling, building machine learning models. We have also included deep learning, artificial neural network based models in our curriculum. So you are going to build these AI models using Google's TensorFlow framework and Keras. Here you will see how to build AI models for image processing application, then recurrent neural networks for text-based application. The next model is about natural introduction to natural language processing and computer vision. So the focus of this particular module is to introduce you to several data pre-processing techniques which you can apply on the text data as well as on the image data. And then on the top of it, you are going to build uh, artificial neural network models to build NLP and computer vision applications. So here the projects which are included are text classification and face recognition project. And as I have mentioned uh, earlier, that we along with this you have got a bonus. So there will be self-paced recorded modules for you, such as applied natural language processing. Here you will work on Hugging Face library, how to automate text, how to build a recommendation system. For computer vision, we have got projects like real-time object detection, object tracking, and human pose estimation and analysis. The last module in this self-paced recorded courses is applied time series. So we have talked about tabular data, text data, image data, but there is also one more category of data which is dependent on time. So how to analyze that data, how to process that data and build AI model using such data is being covered under applied time series analysis. So I hope you have got a fair idea about what is an AI and what are the course content and how our course is covering all the foundation concept related to AI. In addition to that, you can see that we have, our course is full packed with lots of projects so that, you can showcase your skills to the potential employer. Now, let me quickly take you through USPs of Digital Regenesys AI course. So, as you can see, it was about, sorry, there is a typo. So, we have got online classes, industry-oriented content, and knowledge check. Okay, so there will be a theoretical explanation. There is going to be a theoretical explanation, hands-on coding session. In case if you have any doubts, you can discuss those doubts with your facilitators. We have included all the industry-oriented tools and use cases in our content. You will get all the required data set, code files, and we are also using open source software. So you don't have to pay anything extra for your learning journey. We ensure knowledge check through MCQs, assignments, and projects. Last but not the least, I will quickly take you through, I would like to quickly introduce you to our academic team. Dr. Rajeshri Yalgi is the academic head for Digital Regenesys, and I'm Dr. Nilay Karde, academic head for data science and AI courses at Digital Regenesys. And here we have the team of academics. As you can see here, all of them are, they have done PhDs, masters, and have on an average 10 plus years of experience in this field of AI and data science. So I can assure you that you are in good hands. We have been running this course since last past 3 years, and we have got so many success stories. And last but not the least, Digital Regenesys. So it's a cutting edge digital learning platform introduced by Regenesys Business School, which is based in Johannesburg, South Africa. And this number speaks about our, you know, about our success story. You can see that we have got hundreds of thousands of alumni across various corners of the globe. And we have also delivered corporate training sessions to number of our clients from the industry. In addition to AI, we also provide multiple courses. You can check our website, that is digitalregenesis.net, and there you will see, if you go to this all courses section, there you will see link for AI courses, and from there you can get the details. You can fill up your information about you, such as your name, email ID, other contact details, and you can request a call back. So that was all about this session. I hope you might have enjoyed it. So I'm going to quickly go through the messages. I will, though we are running short of time, I will try to address as much questions as possible. Well, you see, the learners, the participants are sharing their contact details in case if they want more detailed information. Yes, Nicholas, we will share the recording with you. Thank you for sharing your email ID. Okay, I can see that there are hardly any queries in the chat box. Okay, so okay, Williams have mentioned that he is into oil and gas industries. Titi Lola is sheriff from Lagos. Andrew is from Tanzania. We have Caroline, who is a psychometrist. Well, good to know that people from various walks of life have, from the industries, have joined here. Okay, all right. I don't see any such queries um, regarding uh, our session. So we are going to conclude here. Thank you everyone for your time. It was nice to have interaction with you. I wish you best luck. Bye. Take care.